This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. This here is an exclusive from Radar. It's called Secret Exposed: Amber Heard's Dad Jailed for Running Dog Fighting Ring, Pit Bulls Slayed in Bloody Death Matches. And you could say that's a form of animal abuse. We'll get back to that. Let's see what else they got. Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard is hiding a deep and dark family secret. Her father ran an illegal dogfighting ring that led to his incarceration, Radar is exclusively reporting. That's the revelation from Paul Baresi, who was once hired by Heard's legal team to find evidence against Depp, the star who played Jack Sparrow in the Disney series Pirates of the Caribbean. Instead of finding people who had been verbally or physically abused by Depp, as Heard had claimed, the real-life Ray Donovan uncovered a previously not known sickening past. Baresi, a Hollywood fixer, uncovered that the father of Heard, a self-proclaimed animal lover, was once arrested, convicted, and served jail time for animal cruelty by orchestrating a cruel, heartless, torturous pit bull ring in Texas in the 1980s, and we know who else is a self-proclaimed animal lover. That would be this man's daughter, or should I say, this criminal's daughter. Or should I say, this criminal's criminal daughter. Okay. Radar has obtained criminal court filings from Midland County, Texas that reveal David Clinton Heard, who Amber has described as having struggled with alcohol and drug abuse issues his whole life, ran an unspeakable animal abuse ring involving no less than 7 pit bulls on his property of 10 acres of land. I'm an animal lover, and this sounds pretty bad to me. There he is. I mean, you can't really judge somebody by one picture, but he doesn't look like a nice dude to me. Law enforcement also found narcotics and professional poker equipment on the property. David pleaded guilty and was jailed briefly, 15 days, getting off relatively scot-free on the charge of cruelty to animals by pleading nolo contendere, whatever that is, and I'm not saying it right. This plea is a lot like a guilty plea. It carries the same fundamental consequences, but is not the official admission of guilt. Ironically, it was Depp who was portrayed to be an animal abuser in his scandalous High Court of London legal battle against the Sun newspaper that labeled him a wife-beater in an article published in April 2018. The 58-year-old Hollywood actor sued News Group's newspaper, the publisher of The Sun, over the accusation he was violent towards Heard, but the newspaper maintained its article was accurate. In a sudden desire to look into her father's background that wasn't planned, on a whim and entirely on my own volition, I dove into the state of Texas's archived court catacombs and unearthed the shocking documents and proof about Amber's dad. I found, however, that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I can't help but ask whether Amber and members of her family knew that her father was the ringleader of barbaric dogfights that rendered pit bulls maimed or dead. Now, I will say, this article does get into Johnny Depp and the alleged claims that he held Amber's dog out the window a little too much. Obviously, this paper is on Johnny's side, so overall, they're doing a good thing here. I didn't feature that because we've heard the story 1,000 times, but they also are pointing it out because, Amber's the one who accused Johnny of being this animal abuser, this abuser, but it's really her family and probably her who is actually the animal abuser and, of course, the human abuser in her case. So they did a good job, obviously, uncovering this, but I wish they left out that whole section about the UK court case and the details about Johnny and the allegations against him concerning Pistol, Amber's dog, because it just goes on for too long there in the middle, and it kind of gets off track. But like I said, the main point of the article is Amber's father is a criminal, he is an animal abuser, and you gotta wonder if the apple falls far from the tree. Now, some people might be saying, if they wanted to defend Amber, they could say, well, just because her father did that to a dog doesn't mean she does. She loves her dog. Well, you've heard in mathematics, you can't get a positive from a negative and a positive. So there's two choices here. One is that Amber is like her father and she is an animal abuser. Two is she's not. But that's a negative and a positive. So ultimately, the fact that her father did this is a negative, and, it's more proof positive that Amber is probably not only abusing humans, but also animals. I can't say that for a fact, but this is a little hint that hints at that. Okay, you guys, of course, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. That first heard Meghan Markle, little Britney these days, whatever comes up in the news. And if you don't subscribe, well, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.